There's a kitty over there. What's up with you today? You feeling okay? We've been traveling all over lately, so maybe you've come down with something. That's it. We're getting Baiju to check you over. Baiju wasn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome.
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these and he keeps spacing out.
Very peculiar.
Okay, Paimon does not like...
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. Hence my concern. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition.
Huh? What do you mean?
Curses, dark magic. Why don't you rest here for a bit? In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review...
Oh, well, just get some rest. Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't panic. Oh. But then again, then it's decided.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left up.
Ah! What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Right! The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Hmm? Oh, of course. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger fish.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe, yeah. And that thing SKIRK's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what child?
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up?
So that's all we know, Miss SKIRK.
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table.
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You overpaid.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I could've...
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember SKIRK. Even Paimon was half Oh, this... Whoa, what are all these... Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Let's go...
Gather!
So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah.
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried together. These remnants form what you call God... What are you
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. Now, can we please—
Okay. Right. The god remain, in our experience.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but the remains aren't just gone. They were very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. Something similar happened in— Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power.
Wait, you mean the stars?
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Yet now, something has been leeching power from this world. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, no one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back, considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real—
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my
Well, great! You seem super—
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be— You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction that you would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think about— whatever. Anyway, the important— Whoa! This place is way bigger than—
This is where I live. I suppose it is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this— I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to—
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here is now. We just need to fix— Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that. The thief who stole— Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Okay, do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. All respect to your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, since you haven't studied with dream mirroring.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This isn't to play it safe.
Wait, you're gonna take— Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our—
Do as you want. You're already a pretty good fighter. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more
Oh, she moves so— Last time something like this happened was— SKIRK seems pretty strong too, though.
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie during your long journey.
You bet. There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. Oh, and Kazuha. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna...
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. To use the human body as an analogy, improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle, you need to do some only then will you get the full... Only then.
Wait, Paimon thought you were gonna...
One day, there are no shortcuts, that's all I have to say. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Propagate!
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Propagate!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Oh,
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
if you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet,
The white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've made some real progress.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time for—
Yeah, meanwhile Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that—
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and—
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that! It's very—
Alright, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she— but I'd still love to hear about what you got—
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be the—
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too.
When it's time to eat,
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold! You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship—
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides—
the stars shimmer high above. Mountains as— I can't be the only one asking. I'm sick but for now.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run! Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere.
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink. Showed you the best our home has to offer.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear. We have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper.
Rest assured, sir. We have...
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and...
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist to prevent them from making some kind of laugh.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts, let them cling to what's left of their...
You're all right! Thank heavens!
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
This is the place.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but... My clever girl, so curious.
Whenever you miss us, remember, life is a gift. Don't
break down the door! Look. You! Stop singing! Shut it!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for this time, the focus is elemental energy. Come.
Man, staying in the abyss feels no day. Well, except for the fact that...
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided in... The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to... The natural energy to that is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of abyssal power, yes. My master, Sertal, the elemental energy of realm. These two forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. A keen observation, call it respecting local norms. The abyss stands in direct conflict with... It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the Seven Shifting Serpent. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing... But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, how just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental... True growth comes from adversity. So, it's time to... Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Windblade! With the wind!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Disappear!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Water jet!
Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Go! 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 Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to it means your aspirations, so be bold. Do not be afraid to Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements, long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength. Get some rest.
What is the secret to power? Longing. Hatred. The fear of losing those you love. Fear is the source of evolution. That fear is now part of you. any minute spent missing.
But, Master, I can barely lift this sword anymore.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword, after all. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh... I now understand why these people sought to destroy... But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind... You must learn to shut out... Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your...
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey... Now, it's time to focus on how you... Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. That reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do...
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you... But you don't. You can choose your own path. Let's begin. Try to use reason over... This is your final training session. Look... Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Go! Go! Water jet! Go! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human... Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said, you managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. Warriors will train. One mistake.
SKIRK is amazing! She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off! Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment I heard Master...
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to—
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the—
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become—
Run! Skirk! Run!
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new act. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying, you, as the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are brave.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all— well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook! So, Paimon decided she can forget the whole Ice Queen thing.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
So full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions. Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes... I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last... Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hit. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Wait! This is near the chasm!
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
Water jet! Bombs away!
Annihilate!
Go!
Just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
is a dead end. Did we make it to his hide? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see.
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul. Our opponent must have covered his...
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. Our enemy took part of your... From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Guili Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own... You're desperate enough to scour the land for... Which leaves one possibility.
The foul! Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic...
Just a little longer.
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back? Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, Is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run!
Yeah! Yeah!
Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. I no longer sense his presence. Can't defy weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive. As long—
Yeah.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true, voracious nature kicks in, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, exactly. It told me everything. And I believe that brings our
No way! We can—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go. We shouldn't linger.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baiju said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward.
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little—
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't— Okay, fine.
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead.
Wait, what did
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your... Run!
Skirk.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. No, I think the problem... I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should...
Ooh.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as this isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably I only managed to break. Call it fate if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside. Oh, you noticed. This river represents strength accumulates over time. It is this, but as you can see, this river and all she sees reflected in.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of...
The answer to what? Let's follow the river.
You now have what it takes to win. No one can become.
You wish me to travel the...
Indeed. Make new. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this.
Why?
I have told you before. You have tasted, but as living being. Yet now.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Sertologi, looked like at one. Of course, as a higher he could appear as a beast.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me. To do that, I need...
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is the scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. Already.
I have set your broken. No tears this time.
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe...
I saved you because I have a plan. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my... So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew after some time, it was not that... I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest. What a simple and carefree. This is Skirk's homeland. It was a spaceship. Skirk's parent. No one had it. Skirk had skipped school that day. Like so many times, countless people, their lives were just... If Sertologi hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And because she and her people were seen as a threat, as past selves, I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past, strip yourself of.
The difference is that I allow you to exist. I've shouldered everything.
That is the problem on the grand scale. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I
can look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity now.
And you think that means I should...
Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm not here to argue, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt any.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death at...
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad dancing water. I am not the dance...
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skik! Run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skik. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skik, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memory. I once asked my master if he said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sir Logi, is, yes, and not just... Although his decision to train me was not made out of... I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. He's no longer into that, but he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings every time I hear from him. Maybe that means I do. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why?
Awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and you're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past, and I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks! Let's dig in!
Alright, it's about time we finished what we—
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to— The good news is, we—
Shower me with praise! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So...
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who, to them, he represents ultimate...
Okay. Oh, the close-up Paimon Nervalette isn't here.
Infinite, everlasting.
Annihilate.
Wipe out! Water tank!
Haven't forgotten
to wield. Mine to wield. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your set?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power. Such power. Such keen battle instinct.
SKIRK, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skoffen. This is the first time I've heard your name.
Hundreds of years?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage. I was born into a noble family. I trained the sword harder than anyone else. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar, yet he'll...
That does sound like...
He was the first to... When I was 10, but... After his grand endeavor was successful...
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But...
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an...
Are you sure? Wise indeed.
This...
Nor I. But you know as well as I. All that a veneer said.
Sounds.
Of course. Only the most outstanding.
Still self-assured as
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was...
Your heart? That sounds like torture! How did you...
Because, of course,
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for... even with that whale's ability, but that is not the path to...
You're right. I should have known better, but I miss your master.
After the beating we...
Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you. We're like mountain climbers in the...
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark... Besides, after hearing your...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, the first time we came here, when you when you had to devote all your strength, it was the joy of a research...
Interesting. You're right.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle, one where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, after which all can come... For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to...
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that would be.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality. I won't. Sertologi once offered to free me from...
I can, but not through death. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. The impurities will dissipate, but it will be a time-consuming and pain...
I accept. If we are climbers in the
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Skofnungur, will...
That's finally over! Let's get out of here! Huh! At least we don't have to make a mad... We did it! Ah, it's a... Once again, we've Wow! You sound... Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh.
Yes. The power Skofnungur stole has been returned.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because the false stars... It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day. Time marches ever forward. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder.
Oh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows, ever since we met, he has filled Paimon. If it's too big a job for one person, then we've met so many amazing friends.
I suppose when it comes to... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions. And I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or regardless, reunions and one without war. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me, I won't object.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nicer? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh!
Into the wind. Kick!